dreamers, Jana Kingsford here, chief big dreamer of the internet. If we have not met, say hey, wherever you are watching this and listening to this. I'm so excited to be doing this somewhere else other than a cafe. If you've been following along the last month, I have laid my bass beats down. I've laid the bass beats down. I've got the most amazing epic content rolling out. And here we are. We've got a new background, something I prepared earlier for you. If you're listening to the podcast and you want to have the visual experience and the audio experience and the interaction experience all at once, come over to my Facebook Live and be live like Wendy Jasper right now is and Christina is as well. Fancy seeing you here. Oh, who would have thought? Who would have known? So we are in Kalbarri. This is Kalbarri and I actually really like it. Last time we went to a different place. I have flyers, so if I'm doing this, it's not a dance and it's not me waving my arms around like how I usually do when I'm talking. It's me shoving flies out of my face because it's a fly situation here. So here we are. Isn't it amazing? Rather delightful. Shall we do a little bit of a tour? Swapna's here. Hey! We've got a new life worker in the house. Wendy Jasper's a life worker. Swapna's a life worker. Wendy Jasper's a life worker. Here you are getting prepped for the course on Monday. Oh yeah. Let's do a little bit of a look-see around, shall we? Okay. I am in a hut. Because everybody is in a hut when they do a Facebook Live. I'm in a hut on a beach because that's what I do for you guys. Look at the trouble that I go to for you guys to give you great backgrounds, to fuel your inspiration, get you all juiced up and ready to work. Gorgeous background. I'm a life worker. PS, guys, what did I name this? I completely forgot in this fly situation. And introducing Christina. She is a life worker and I am obsessed with this dress because look at this. I don't have my because I've got those nana arms, you know, those nanny arms, like that. So when I've got this dress on, it's like, oh, I can do this and I don't get all self-conscious. Oh my god, such a tough life. I know, right? There is lots of lies, but we're gonna go with it. So we have gone to Nature's Window by Business Butterfly Effect. Thank you so much, Christina. Oh my God, that is going to be a great topic. Good job. So this morning for sunrise, I slept in because that's what happens when you're used to waking up at 7:30 to go to the cafe and it's not sunrise. I set my alarm and all night I was so excited to get up at sunrise that I did not sleep very well. So I just kept on looking at my phone. 2 a.m. Oh my God. 3 a.m. 4 a.m. 4:40 a.m. Oh my God. A beach all to yourself. I know, right? I know, it's pretty cool. It's all to myself. We are getting pretty north now and some people can't handle the flies and and the amount of kilometers that it takes to get to these amazing places that I take you on the journey with. So we went to Nature's Window this morning. It was amazing. If you saw the photo on Instagram, hands up if you saw it. It's an Insta banger. Call it an Insta banger. Okay, I want to give you the behind the scenes of it. So this is the behind the scenes of being a social media nutcracker and a social media creator. Mason was whinging and Marley was arguing. No, Tani was arguing and Amali was sulking. That's behind the scenes of that photo. So I want to go and do it again, but I still managed to like be there, be present, and kind of pretty much 80% let them have their little meltdown and me sort of still be able to soak it in. But they were being really annoying. And I wanted to say, you ungrateful little poops. But I didn't. I did not do that. So props for me. Taps up on back. But I wanted to kind of give you the inside. But I also didn't want to ruin the beauty of the photo when I shared it on Instagram, when I shared it on Facebook. But I started to whinge about it. And I'm like, well, that's exactly what I was saying they were doing. So that's a little bit hypocritical, so I didn't. Intro is done. Let's get into the body of this Facebook Live. Guys, okay. Business Butterfly Effect. I want to tell you, I usually, on a day like this, when we had a family day and we had a family discovery day and we were going exploring and we went to Nature's Window and we went to the blue pools and we went swimming, kind of snorkeling with no snorkel, just looking under the water, I would usually find it really hard to show up on social media and do a Facebook Live in the afternoon because I'm in flow mode. I'm in like mummy mode. I'm in wifey mode. I'm in slow mode because I've noticed this hyperaction situation doesn't work well around the family. I get to be kind of like this, but at the same time, this is my outlet for my life's work where I get to bring my superhuman disorder of hyperactivity, aka whatever your disorder labeled is your superpower, by the way, which is mine, which is hyperactive. Apparently I've got ADD, which is great for online. It really helps you out online because I've got so much energy and it beams through the Facebook Live. As I said, this is not me just talking with my arms. This is me trying to not be attacked and get a fly in my eye and ear. That's what's happening. It is an amazing photo. I'm so glad you like it, Wendy. Wow, there's no wind and now I'm really getting attacked by flies. Anyway, whatever. I can deal with flies, but I did something wrong before. I put pawpaw ointment on my face. Apparently I saw it in a Facebook Live and a Facebook group that you're supposed to put pawpaw ointment on your face and it stops flies. All day I've had no fly situation in my face. All the kids have had flies because hence the arguing, the whinging and the sulking fly situation. And I'm like, guys, toughen up a little bit. It's just a fly, God's sakes. But I didn't say that. I just thought that. And then I stopped being judgmental and just thought it in my head. So anyway, where was I going? Oh, so usually I wouldn't be able to change my flow. My disorder equals over the top, too much, too fast. Well, that's just enough for the internet, per usual. So what I've noticed this month, I'm really seeing the business butterfly effect happening now. There's like this fangirling thing happening over in a Facebook group. They're like, Jana, who's an amazing creator at the moment? Who are you loving that's like self-expressed? And it's like, Jana Kingsford. Oh my God, I'm loving Jana Kingsford lately. That shit doesn't happen unless you've been showing up over a long period of time with amazing amounts of substance. Did I say hi to Sophia? Sophia's in the house. Hey, Sophia. I'm sure did I say it? Hopefully I did. I never want anyone to feel left behind. That is one of my things. I always want to, it's like no man left behind, but no woman left behind. So, Jana. Oi, I love it. It was so beautiful. And I was like, that's the business butterfly effect. That's the business butterfly effect. So, I have amped up the amount of action I've been taking to regular levels of my action, right? Like regular, like every time that I have a huge breakthrough in my business again and again and again is usually after a big significant time of showing up with extreme value for an extreme prolonged amount of time. You don't need to do that the whole year. You can have periods and seasons of really showing up and streaming substance and streaming strategies and skills and all the things and just streaming. This is like doubling as like a fly and doubling as like waving my hands around. And what I notice is like this business butterfly effect. You help out one person. You're like, I think I've been saying this a lot with this whole like stacking substance and serving and stuff like that. But it has such a butterfly effect. Because the person that commented on it first was a client, then second was another client, and then third was like a new, not a client, but just a new big dreamer that I've just noticed because I know all the people that are jumping on live and interacting with me, especially on my Facebook Lives. I start to get to know you guys because you guys interact and it's so much fun. But it's like this business butterfly effect. Stuff that you did last month starts to stack up for next month. Imagine if you kept on stacking that. This is like the stacking effect, the business butterfly effect. It's kind of like the same explanation for the same kind of thing. And I think if you're like a banker or an accountant, you completely get compound. And it's a compound effect, like how your savings stack up and it compounds over 20 years. And it has this thing where you start to put a little bit in, you get a little bit of payoff, a little bit, and then it just starts to triple and double and triple and quadruple and go to six triples, whatever those are, and then it just starts to multiply on itself and amplify on itself because you keep making those deposits. So if I were to lay back now and just go, that's it, I'm done, I've done a whole month of doing Facebook Lives, now you can just go and watch those ones that I've already done, instead of doing a new kind of like a new batch of them and continuing it on, because that's what that's going to do, is continue to stack on that. Now, this is not something new that I've done. So if you look at this, like this business butterfly effect has been the thing that I've done my entire business. And it's increasing the speed of stacking. Now, when I say stacking, I actually, there's multiple levels that I mean that in, but if you look at the way that my business went from 0 to like multiple six figures in the first year that I really just started to sell things online, when I started to launch courses, I was like, okay, so here's the deal. This is the perfect example. Actually, good job. This is how I actually came up originally with the business butterfly effect concept. And I've been continuing for the last 5 years to try and explain it. So let me know how this is resonating, if you've got any like questions about this, because it seems to be a thing that I continually explain, and there's more ways and more angles to explain it so you can really, really get it, because it's something that I really just feel and know, and sometimes don't articulate the way that it could be, like as best as I can. But anyway, I'll give you this for an example. 2013, I launched my first course. I make $1,000-ish, right? So look at this way. January, so I go into January in 2014, I'm like, right, this is the perfect example of the business butterfly effect in action and over time, and seeing what it manifests. So I thought, okay, Jana thought back in the day, in a ripe, brand new business situation, even though I've been running businesses using digital communications for over 13 years now, that's how I've been been able to be a self-funded stay-at-home mum for over 13 years, is because I've leveraged online with every single business endeavor I've had, from wedding makeup, from my online wedding directory, from removals companies, from network marketing, from all the things that I used to have. So I'm not in network marketing anymore, but that was what actually got me into wedding makeup, That's a long story for another day. So here's my thinking. I go into 2014 thinking, okay, if I launch a course every month, my income will be $1,000 a month. That is Jana before she understood the power of the butterfly effect, the power of compound, the power of stacking, which is all the same word for the business butterfly effect, and like a concept I coined in 2014 when I saw it happen, when I went from $1,000 months to $11K months in 5 months. Do you think that over the year, if I did launch a course every single month and I wanted just $1,000 from every launch for that year, do you feel like that would have grown? Or do you feel like it would have just been $1,000 every launch and you have $1,000 every launch? How do you think that plays out? So I'm thinking January, launch one course, $1,000. February, launch another course, $1,000 in the month. March, launch another course, $1,000. And I thought I would just continue to do that for the whole year. That's going to be like $12,000. But no, it was over multiple six figures. How did that happen? That's the business butterfly effect. The value I provided in each one of those launches went over and stacked onto the next. So it's $1,000 a month, $2,000 a month, $3,000 a month, and then it goes $6,000 a month, $10,000 a month, $11,000 a month within 5 months. It would increase because your audience increases every single time. My audience increases, my payments going over and overlapping, and new people coming in. So you've got new people coming in, and then you've got your OGs there. And so it's this stacking effect. So you can see where I went. I actually did go $1,000 in January. I went $2,000 in February. And then I just spiked. I think it was like 4K or something like that. And then it went up to like 6K, and then 10K, 11K within the 5 months. That's when I launched Business Butterfly Effect, because I realized, and then it just kept on growing and going from there. So really, what was happening is I was stacking, and that's why I continually say the word stack, because it's actually mathematically, scientifically impossible that at the end of that, the way that I was launching them to get that $1,000 that $1,000 launch, if I continued to just do that and put all of my effort, and every single time I got better and better and quicker, so each month I could do more in a shorter amount of time, and I could do more and it would feel better, and I could do more of what was working. So January, I'm doing what worked for the $1,000 launch before. And then February, I was like, right, okay, let's do that, and we're really quick at that, so it pretty much takes no time to do that now, but let's stack on this strategy, let's do this. I had all these things, like I would write love letters, and I would do value videos, and I would do and then I figured out the contribution code. When people contributed for a course, they would be more likely to sign up. And then this was all in my internet marketing days, by the way, so this was all through email marketing. Before I left email marketing and just went social media, the results were the same. They are just as if you keep stacking. So here's the problem, guys. Here's the problem. People go onto social media for a month and create like a social media creator for a month maybe. Most of the time, I do tell you, it's 2 weeks. What I notice is most people just blunk out after 2 weeks of going all in, and then they fizzle out, and they're not taking as much action, and they're not keeping that consistency, because when you first start at it is actually harder than what it ends up being. So you see all the stuff that I create. This would have taken me a bajillion years. It would have taken me a bajillion years to come up with the concept for a video. It would have taken me a bajillion years to take a photo. It would have taken me a bajillion years to edit that thing. It would have taken me a bajillion years to think about the post that I would put with it. It would take me a bajillion years to figure out what I was launching. It would take me it takes me extra time, versus condensing time and condensing the time it takes you to do things. That's the power of compounding. That's the power of the business butterfly effect. So I've noticed, I'm like, wow, as this month I've just like 10x'd what I do, I've noticed the butterfly effect, and it's like, ooh, so we shall, like, I've laid these beats down, let's stack on, and then it's like, wow, okay, let's get ready to rumble, because it's gonna be like, and I can see like the word getting out about what's this fuss about, what is the ruckus all about with this Jana Kingsford chick, and what is going on and what is she doing. And it's people that I've been in the periphery. There's people circling back. I've got even some more clients that are OG clients, because you might know that Mitlay, this is last year, but Mitlay was in my first course in 2013, and so she circled back like last year when I was in my full stacking mode, where it was the butterfly effect. People on your periphery are like, you know what, I'm back. And people that are brand new are like, oh my God, what is this? Oh my God, this is amazing. And it's just about like, it's not about working more, but it's getting a rhythm that helps you to do more without it feeling like more, because you're in such the habit of doing more, and it not feeling like more because it feels quicker. So when you watch me do my work, when you sit with me on a VIP day, and when you sit with me and I do an Instagram thing, like on my VIP days, as they watch me do it, they're like, oh my God, because it's like do. But that's because I've done it so many times. I've edited the photos so many times. I have posted Instagram stories so many times. Less thinking, more just doing, and then I get better and better and better. So every month it stacks up. So you're increasing your audience, but you're increasing two types of audience. You're increasing your already established audience and their engagement and their like excitement, but you're also creating an outreach, and that's the business butterfly effect. The other thing that is actually of more service is understanding that the work that you're doing with women on the front lines, they're going to go and pass it on. So what I notice is, you know, all of my clients and all of my customers, they learn these amazing things. They learn how to do things in an amazing way, and they be themselves doing it, and they have a different way, because not everybody resonates with me. I know, right? I know. But here's what makes me so thrilled and so happy and so satiated, is knowing that my information and transformation through information, because I'm not in the business of information, I'm in the business of transformation. I know that somebody may not be able to be transformed directly from me to them, but they will be transformed through one of the people that I work closely with or does one of my courses. So if you do LifeWorkers and then you go out into the world and you create your 6-figure framework for your life's work, you are going to pass on what you know. It won't be like my model, but you'll pass on what you've been through and what you've created and how you did it, even if it's not like you're not talking about life workers, you're talking about what you know. You are doing you're doing your work in the world, which has a butterfly effect to your kids, to your family, which has a butterfly effect from those kids to their kids, and it's this butterfly effect that goes on forever. Ripple effect, baby. Oh yeah, ripple effect. I love the ripple effect. How does that resonate? For me to think that the work that life workers do, because that's really why I'm so passionate, because by the way, that's what we're launching right now. We're launching LifeWorkers because we are laying down the beats for the business model, and I'm so excited. I've been even like writing this out because you know me brand method, how friggin' valuable it is, and I've just actually watched a few people go through some of my courses after like, you know, a good year from when I created it, right? And I'm like, I feel so good because I know nothing is missing. I know that it's not just a shitty course that I put together and I slapped together. It's like I really considered it. I really like mapped it out. I really sketched it out, because people can do that. You know, there is courses that I do that are like, you know, it's just an immersion. It's this beautiful immersion. Whereas like these sorts of courses, my model courses, my method courses, my processes, like me brand method, social media nutcracking, and life workers, those are the things that have legs for a lifetime, because it's really creating and passing on principles. And that's what I'm doing with life workers. So, but the same thing is like when I see somebody going through social media nutcracking, I'm like, okay, they're gonna get it. Like all they need to do is go and listen to the videos and they're gonna get it no matter when they watch it, because the principles are there, and then I update them each year. And then me brand method, I'm like, oh my God, you're gonna have the whole branding situation. Your life is gonna be changed. You're going to get this on a million levels. And watching people go through and binge watching them lately has been just the best thing ever, because I'm like, I feel like the butterfly effect of me putting the effort and the energy into making that a real cohesive, a really full-bodied, really meaty, sorry if you're vegetarian, course, and making it into something that matters long term, making that into something that matters down the track. And you don't need to be like that with all your courses. If it's just an immersion, I've talked about this before, but if it's just one of these things where it's like, I just belted myself in the head then. But if it's like one of these courses where you just like, I just want to riff and like dive in deep to this topic, and whoever wants to come join with me, come join with me. And there's those courses, and then there's like, this is a method, this is my life's work, this is like methodized to the maximum. Binge watching, Jana. Oh yeah. Who's binge watching? I don't know who I'm talking about. I love it. I love the binge watching Jana situation. Is so good. But it feels so good to me to know that I really did lay down really such foundational principles in that. Yes, ripple effect. Yay, Christina. It feels so frigging good. I hit myself in the head. It feels so good knowing that I've actually created something really good and really like that I can pass on for years to come. Like I really feel like for the next 5 years, me brand method, social media nutcracking, and life workers will be my core courses. By the way, there's a bundle going on and I extended it again. I feel like I've just extended it and extended it and extended it. Right now you're saving $1,000 on that. So message me if you want to be a part of that. Anyway, Jana is the new Netflix. Hell yeah. And I mean, it's going to make the money. It's going to make you the money and help you make the money doing what you love, and not in the like a cliche way like that, but like you're going to be making money as an extension of how much you've served. And I want you to really feel like your first and foremost priority of the day is to get yourself in the state to show up and to serve, and then you shall sell. I look forward to having that feeling with my courses in the near future. It's cathartic. It's so cathartic. It's so cathartic. And so I feel like my fundamental courses of 2014 carried me all the way to last year. And then So it was Launch a Little Course, which went on to change hundreds of women's lives and help them to launch little courses. But the model was internet marketing based, and it became redundant because it was all about internet marketing, and it told people how to do it with funnels, and it taught people how to do it. And then when funnels were working less, I noticed as people went on with Launch a Little Course, as we were going into 2015-16, it just wasn't getting the results from them than it was at the start, because I'm like, it's changed. However, like with Me Brand, I think I really did take that into consideration. I want something that's going to work even if the landscape changes. And with LifeWorkers, I want it to work even if the landscape changes, because these fundamental principles are going to carry you over with any communication and consumer behavior changes, any buyer behavior changes. It's going to change. P.S. One-page funnel. One-page funnel, I realized that's what I have. I realized the other day as I saw Samcart, because I use Samcart, I saw the other day it was this one-page funnel, right? And I was like, oh my God, I did read that years ago. I think that actually was me giving myself permission to have my sales pages completely just on my Samcart checkout page, and have my sales page on there, because Samcart, you can have a video on there. It's like not just a regular, like Shopify cart. You can have a video on there. You can have like bullet points on there. Most of the time I'm messaging back with people, which I've found has been really helpful, because I can actually tell people I don't think this is where you're at right now, or I think this is more probably what you need, or go and just binge my free stuff. It's probably more where you're at, and get like a feel of it, because like if they don't even understand the concept of life's work, it's like not going to be for them. Like if they totally get that, then this is just the model that's going to help, the business model that's going to help them to create their life's work. Do you have a social media based course, creator course with LifeWorkers? Cover that. Well, social media nutcracker is that. Social media nutcracker is the social media, is that. But LifeWorkers is actually going to have a lot on it. It's going to have a lot of social media stuff, because it's going to be about video marketing. It's going to be about blog marketing. Those are some of the things that I've been nutting out. I'm like, I want to really help them with video marketing and blog marketing and all those tools in content and communications. So I'm actually going to really flesh it out and help you with marketing, launching and selling. And obviously the LifeWorkers the six-figure framework for your life's work is all based on social media, because we are organic social media creators. So I was actually listening to Gary Vee the other day in the car, because what I've noticed is one of the really cool another tip, guys, what I've noticed is actually having my husband listen to some of the stuff that I'm listening to, especially in the car when he can't go anywhere. It's really helpful, because he starts to get it. And he said the other day, as we were driving here to Kalbarri, we were listening to that. I actually understand the whole premise of it. I don't really need to listen to it, but I listened to it in the car because I thought that's going to be good for us all to listen to. And he's listening to it, and he's like, oh, this is really good to listen on the drives, because it also gives him like where I'm coming from, and where that enthusiasm and where that dedication and deliberateness of social media comes from, even though he fully understands it now. We were just actually, who wants to behind the scenes? Can we put a pin in this? I want to talk about a conversation we had about where we're going and dates. Conversation about dates. Let's come back to that, but I want to finish this storyline before going on that storyline. Look at me go. I'm keeping things in stories. But social media nutcracking doesn't teach how to teach a structure in a course. Oh my God, yeah, exactly. So LifeWorkers, I'm going to teach you guys how to make a course. So there's actually a whole module about launching courses. So LifeWorkers essentially brings my business butterfly effect, launch a little course, into a course for 2019 and beyond. So it actually brings so many elements of some of the courses that I used to have that was super valuable. Bring It Online was a core course that I had. Bring It Online was how to create your blog and turn it into a business. But it's no longer, like, that's no longer relevant either, because that was based on turning your blog into a business, which was based on when blogs were relevant. So when blogs were relevant and people actually went to blogs versus going to Facebook. So LifeWorkers love, I love it. Okay, conversation about date. Thank you so much. Let's keep on storyline. So we're listening to Gary Vee, and I don't know where I was going with the Gary Vee conversation, but I was talking about something with personal branding. I don't know where I was going before that. I had a point to that story, and I've lost that storyline. But we were listening in the car. We were listening, and that was amazing, because Mark got to see like that dedication. Again, it's just a reminder. It just keeps it nice and fresh of where I get my enthusiasm for and why I'm so like dedicated to it and deliberate with it, and really noticing that this is a really special time and place in history. And I really still don't know my point of that, but anyway, we did that. About you and marketing having a Mark having a conversation. The other storyline is that, yes. So the storyline, we were having this conversation today about dates, and we were sort of mapping out our next thing, because there's some of the things that I want to go and see and we'll have no reception, and there's also some things that need to be pre-booked because it's quite market. Yeah, your phone obviously changes words to market. So me and Mark have this conversation. Story time. It was just this beautiful thing today. And I think it's also from what he heard yesterday, just even hearing it yesterday, reminding, like getting this remembrance of, you know, why it's so important and what I'm trying to achieve here and what I'm wanting to do here. And it was this amazing, actually, I think I'm also almost getting, it's almost coming to me, the thing that I was talking about Gary Vee. It was something about courses, blogs, something about that. Oh my God, I know what it is. Okay, I still can come back to the conversation. Gary Vee was saying how he doesn't do online courses because he wants to give all his stuff away for free. I actually am of the mindset that I would prefer him do a course so I could actually have it all in a cohesive way without watching 50 million and listening to a 20-hour audio. However, that's his choice, but he did say it is not in congruence with him to do a course if his whole thing is about giving value. He's also got a multiple $1 million company, like hundreds of multiple millions of dollar company. So he's supported through that business model. So his personal brand is just to pass on a legacy. So he is out of congruence. He's out of congruence if he did an online course. However, but I would actually love him to do a course, but he said he's leaving so much money on the table by not having a course, which I agree with. However, he said it was incongruent to him, and I was like, well, it's not incongruent for me to do course. This is my lifeblood. This is my life's work, and that's how it comes through. It wants to come through in courses, which didn't really trigger me at all, because that's fine. That's his business model. This is mine. LifeWorkers is a 6-figure framework for your life's work where I create transformational courses. So what I noticed, I do see that he's a little bit biased, but however, his business model of having an agency is what supports him being able to be a personal brand. So he's still got the income. Me, it's through my life's work, 6-figure framework business model, through courses, books, masterminds, and mentorships. That's mine. So I agree. I would much rather go through his stuff via course. So much easier. I know, right? Because it's all splattered everywhere, which is fine. However, he said he was leaving like millions on the table because he doesn't. And I get that. I understand something that doesn't make sense to us, why he wouldn't be doing it. However, to me, this is why I don't do internet marketing. I leave a ton of money on the table, but it's not in congruence with my life's work. My life's work does not want to come out that way, and it loves to come out in an organic way on the front lines. So I feel like it's on the front lines for everybody to see, and the people that want to have more breadth, more depth, more width to the information turning into transformation, because that's the difference that I see with all my customers and all my clients. They just get it at a rate that's so much quicker. Even if you've watched all my free stuff, for some reason they invest in a course, they invest in the coaching, they invest in the course and they go this fast and this far, and they invest in the coaching and they go this fast and this far. Like, they go faster, quicker, obviously. However, it's all based on self-learning, it's all based on self-motivation, it's all based on their level of self-commitment, right? But at the same time, I understand why he is only being in congruence with his life's work. The way that I see it is his life's work, it would be out of congruence with him. So I respect that, deeply respect that, because what he's doing is saying that I will leave money on the table in order to be congruent to my life's work. He does not say it in that way. However, I understand it and read into it in that way. So the way that I do it is I don't do internet marketing because it's not in congruence with my life's work. And my life's work, I want to be as, like, I want what I share on the socials to. So I've kind of got the same sort of idea that he has of, like, he wants to give it all away for free. And I do. Like, if you can go and sift all over the internet, basically like his stuff, you can go sift all over the internet and figure it out. it's still not going to put it in a cohesive way, because the course is a cohesive way, because this is not a course. It's the way, the course is a method, it's a framework that you can go, oh, I get it. Okay, I get all these pieces, how, and they give you the and it gives you the clarity to figure out how to put it together. Okay, that's that story. This other story that I want to talk about is the conversation that I had with the hubs. The conversation that I had with the husband today when we were going, I was like, okay, so we have to go here on this day. Should I change my coaching day to this day? I should change my coaching day to Thursday and Friday, because that's a better social media day. I should change it to that so that we are always in service when I need to go live and I need to do all my stuff and we're in service. I want the most direct way to achieve my big dreams. Yes! Oh my God! True. That's exactly right. So he said, babe, we just need to fit in around your work. That's just the way it's got to be. And I was like, you know what? That was just like the most amazing thing ever that he said that, first and foremost. Because he's like, no, that's what your customers, your clients are used to you doing it on Tuesday. Just keep it to Thursday. Let's just like slow it down and make sure we just only travel on those days to those known reception places for days when you're not doing client sessions or courses. So my course class for LifeWorkers is on Monday. And so Monday, Tuesday, we're going to stay and hang around where there's reception. And then on the Wednesday, Thursday, Friday of next week, we're going to go to a place with no reception. And then we're going to come back into reception on the weekend and be there for a bit and catch up for a bit. And so I just thought that was an amazing little thing that I wanted to add in. So that's that. And I'm feeling really good that I made the effort today to go and do this Facebook Live for you guys. And I shall be doing your course class on the Monday for LifeWorkers. We are going to do the first course class for Monday. P.S. Oh my God, I've got an announcement, guys, announcement. Okay, this is an announcement. This is crazy an announcement. Out of interest, is there an app that lets you know where reception is? Well, okay, so we do. That's a great question. You give the great questions for my family vlog, Christina. I should just get you to send me all the questions and I'll just create all content for the family vlog around it. Per usual, did you see me the other day? I created a piece of content directly related to the question you asked, and it's so good. So we've got wiki camps, right? So we've got wiki camps, and then you see the caravan park and you see all the area that you're going to be, and it's like no reception. The comments will say no reception, or it'll be like no Telstra reception. If it's got no Telstra reception, it's got no reception. Some places say it's got Telstra reception and then other providers, aka Optus and Vodafone, which don't get reception pretty much anywhere. It's completely unsafe to travel with anything other than Telstra up this way, unless you want to be stubborn. I get it. I was pig-headed too, but you gotta. It's just something you gotta do. Those are our service providers for anybody who's not in Australia that does not understand that situation. Telstra is our main service provider. And some people can get a little bit salty with that, but there's so many places when you've left civilization where there's no reception for any of the other ones. So that's how I see it. But I also, if I go on like Instagram and I see them on Instagram and I'm like, they've got like, we've had no service for this amount of time, I'm like, okay, there's no reception there. But generally that is where I find them on the wiki camps. It says no. If it says no Telstra reception, yeah, there is nothing. If it says Telstra reception, sometimes that can still mean like 1 bar of 3G, which is, yeah, you're going to have to sit. There's this one place where we're going that you've got to sit on this particular seat. There's like a seat you have to sit on, and they call it the phone seat. It's literally got a sign, the phone seat, and you hold it up. So you hold it up. You have to hold your phone up. It's so funny. Guys, I so appreciate you guys. You guys are just like hanging out on my Facebook Lives live and interacting. I just want to say and take a moment, like, I so appreciate you guys. You make this so much fun for you. You make me so motivated to be showing up and coming here every day and doing a Facebook Live, because it's like so fun talking to people. It just totally makes my day, and I so appreciate you guys coming and playing. It just is so much funner when you're not talking to yourself. However, remember that for a couple of years I was talking to myself, and still to this day, some days I do talk to myself. But do you know what, like, what my favorite thing right now is I know that it's going to end up being a podcast, which is kind of a hack, which I know that it's going to be a podcast, which means that I kind of have to stick to the subject, and I kind of have to actually produce something and present something to the internet, even if somebody's not watching. I was camping in, Wendy says I was camping in summer, and they had the phone rock that you had to stand on. Well, there you go. There's so many places like that where you actually, you just have to sit on the, and then when people would come over, it would slow it down even more. So you kind of had to do your thing on there, and then you had to give them the seat, because if they weren't on the seat, they weren't getting reception. Did I make all my points, guys? So the business butterfly effect, I'm pretty sure that I kind of like really, I think the story of how I went from 1K months to 11K months in 5 months really explains the butterfly effect of how quickly it can compound and how quickly the butterfly effect can happen for your business. But also beyond that, the amount of people that you help through your free stuff, through your courses, through your books, through your masterminds, through your mentorships, more than anything, my one-on-one work I know really serves so many more people than just the people I'm serving. I do have a very small, intimate amount of one-on-one work. I mean, I don't think it's small in comparison. It probably is not that small. It's probably a bit. But what I've noticed was, oh my God, announcement. Thank you so much. Don't tease us up. Thank you, Swap Night. I lose my track of my stories, and I love that you guys keep me on track with the stories. But the butterfly effect I get probably from my clients even more so, because then they're working with like a heap of clients. They're passing on their stuff, and it's the most amazing feeling. It's the most amazing thing to feel like it's being passed on. You know, and especially with, I notice like a lot of my clients, like people will gravitate to their work because it's in a similar, because all my clients have created LifeWorkers business models. They are actually all organic social media creators, all of them. Some do a little bit of internet marketing, a little bit of emails and a little bit of funnels, but most, and I fully support them in any endeavor but then they're just like, okay, Jana, I've had enough of that. Can you make sure I don't do that again? But I'm just there and supporting them with whatever way they want to work. But when they do want to work in that way, I fully support them as well. But also when they like, okay, I've had enough. But every single one of my clients does life work in that way, which has a butterfly effect. So people are getting fully served on their social medias in the areas of expertise and experience and education that they are immersed in. I might have distracted with phone rock. Well, I think this does it. It's not distraction. It's so much fun. Awesome life. Butterfly effect is inspiring. Yay! Right. Announcement. As of today was my last daily exercise inside of Believe Work Bootcamp. I have quite enjoyed doing a quick little 5-minute to 10-minute exercise workshop for people. Like, here's the workshop, do the workshop. Here's the workshop, here's the little training, little exercise, here's a little exercise for you to do. Then I thought I want to actually keep up that momentum of continuing to do that. Not in Believe Work Bootcamp, because we've done the 2.0 round, so we've done the 2019 round. I actually want to do that in my membership. So I've been thinking of how I can create like something in my membership, my School of Big Dreams membership, and I'm thinking I might just do a daily Big Dreams exercise to go with the core Big Dreams course that I'm going to be rolling out. So that's what I'm going to do. From tomorrow, I'm going to actually be, so it's not the first, it won't be the first, will it? I'm going to do the daily-ish, because the days that I don't have reception, I will not be doing them. I just go day 3 of 30. So for the month, you can keep up to date, and then I'll miss days, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So I'm going to do that in School of Big Dreams. That's what I want to do, because I just love this daily thing of not just showing. So I love showing up for my Facebook Live quest, but I also want to be delivering a heap of value in my membership as well. So I'm going to be doing that as well. So I'm going to roll out that. We'll start on, I'm just going to start it tomorrow, which does a bonus one. It starts tomorrow. I'll be explaining the whole situation in my School of Big Dreams for doing the daily thing. It's just a daily quick little exercise. It's like a 5-minute video. Sometimes it's 10 minutes if I can't shut up, but most of the times it's like 5 minutes. And it's just a daily big dreams exercise or something like that. So I'm so excited. That's the announcement, which means that I've got a whole nother level of content inside of School of Big Dreams, which is this daily situation where you're getting a daily mini training kind of situation thingo. Make sense? Yeah! Guys, LifeWorkers, the bundle or one-on-one coaching. I've just opened up my 3-month one-on-one. I've opened that up, and because as you all know, I only take on 3 at a time. I've opened that up the other day, and there's 1 spot taken, and there's 1 to be, and so that means there's 1 more. I only do this every couple months where I onboard clients at a time, because my onboarding process takes a little bit of time, because it's a lot of voxes back and forth to get you orientated, to get you onboarded and orientated. So that's why I only take 3. It's not like a scarcity thing. It's like I only want 3. Like if I had 5 people at the same time onboarding them, because I'm all up in your business. Literally, I'm all up in your business, especially when you're working one-on-one with me. I'm just like all up in your business. That's the best tagline ever. I should be like business, and all my coaching comes under the umbrella of business butterfly effect, which actually includes it all. So it's everything from consulting to coaching to channeling. So we will do channeling, we will do coaching, we will do consulting based on what you need that day. Some of my clients go, right, tell me the YouTube strategy. Next minute, we're going, right, my mindset is shot. I need some help. And it's just like, right, I have no idea what I need help with today. Okay. It's just like whatever you need to reset you. And here's my outcome of my coaching. The outcome, and you want to actually, if you've got clients as well, you actually want to know this. What is your outcome? What are you actually hoping to have? Because here's the deal. If you are not fully satiated by what they do after your sessions, the financial kickback is never worth it, because it'll feel like you never get to climax with your clients, because they're never, I know that's the weirdest analogy, but it works, because it's like if you're never getting them to actually take the action, it's not satiating at all. So the financial kickback is not worth it for you, because it's not this retriculation of energy. So you want to be really super clear, and this has gone into a coaching training, but anyway, you want to be super clear. I'm just dropping the substance, like that's what I do. Be super clear what your outcome is. My outcome is after each session, because I do weekly sessions with my coaching, after each session I want them to be reset, climax with your clients. Exactly, Wendy. Because you want them to get to that peak of like, oh my God, and then they take action. That's what I'm getting at. That's what I want from every one of my sessions, which was what I get, which is what I always intend. So for me, I'm really clear on the outcome, and I don't know where I'm going this way. Anyway, my outcome is action. So for them to be they do a session with me and they're like, oh my God. And then afterwards they're like taking action, and I get to see the physical representation of action towards their big dreams, because that's what I am. I'm a big dreams coach. Big dreams coaching. I mean, the business butterfly effect could be big dreams coaching. I was calling myself a motivational author and speaker because I thought that's the mainstream thing, but I'm like, actually, I think it's Big Dreams Coach, because I mean, a few years ago I did Big Dreams Coaching certification. I taught people how to do what I do. There's a lot of stuff that goes into working and coaching with the way that I work. Anyway, you want to onboard. I only onboard 3 people at a time, because I go deep with you. Really, I really need to orientate myself. I need to get all up in your business. I need to know all the things. I need to know all the things about your bodies of work, the bodies of work that you currently have, the bodies of work that you want to have, the vision that you want, the way that you work, the things you don't respond to. I need to know all the things. Otherwise, we're not going to get you to take the action, and then that's not going to satisfy me. I'm not going to be satisfied. And I need to be satiated by my clients. So the onboarding process is really super duper important, because I want to see, because here's the deal. You always know who's a new client of Jana's, and you always know who works with Jana, because it's almost like they just come from nowhere, and you're just like, who's this chick? Oh my God, I'm so gravitating, I'm so magnetized, because I get messages all the time by my friends or clients. They're like, is this person working with you now? I'm like, yeah. And they're like, I so knew it, Because you can just tell there's like, all of a sudden they're taking action consistently, and it's actually really good. So yeah, that's what happens. Anyway, there we go. That's all the things. Bundle, LifeWork, one-on-one, message me. You know what to do. Thank you so much for being here, everybody. I so appreciate your cheerleading. I so appreciate your enthusiasm. I so appreciate your engagement. This makes, you guys make these what they are. That's why I go to all this effort to go. I walked 600 meters to get you this spot. See? Look at this. Oh, it's pretty beautiful, isn't it? The sun's going to be setting over there. Show up, serve and sell every day. Thank you so much. I don't know. I don't want to go, but I think I'm going to go. I might go and do a little bit. I'll do like a video. I've just got to do a quick video. I don't know what I want to do. We might go here for sunset because there's this really cool playground. I'll show you. Over here. Can you see that playground over there? It's like a nature's playground. I think that'll be good because sunset is going to be sunset. Look at this. This is so cuteness. The sun is going to be setting and didn't have to kick anyone else out. Yay! I love it. Exactly. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much for being here, and I hope you guys have the best day ever. Keep an eye out for my Instagram. There's some really amazing photos going to be uploaded because I got some banger photos today. If you don't know what an Insta-banger means, it's like you have to bang on it because it's so good. All right, guys. Hope you have the best day ever. Thank you for persevering with me with my fly situation. Me and the flies are as one now and not really annoying me. I'm going to go. I'm having so much fun talking to you guys, but I've got to go. I just ate a fly. Bye. That was delicious. Protein. I just ate a fly on a Facebook Live. Right after I said, me and the flies are one. Right after I was paying out Mark today because he is eaten 3 today. It's right in my throat. Okay, guys. I hope you have the best time ever going into your big dreams. Oh, I love my life. Thanks so much for being here. I hope you have the best day ever. Going into big dreams. Remember, you're not given a big dream without the ability to achieve it. You could be like me, swallowing flies and swooping around flies. It's still in there. Doesn't want to go down, that poor fly. Have the best day ever. Thank you so much for being here. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye. Chief Big Dreamer of the Internet is out.